Hello everyone and welcome back once again to the channel, or for the newcomers, welcome to the channel. This is another Yahaha project that I worked on over the past few week. And this is kind of a twofold project in some cases. I've live streamed some part of making this, and you might ask very well, what is it anyway? Because I haven't told you yet. I've started to make I've started to use the new tools of Yahaha. For those who don't know what Yahaha is, for those of you who watching this the first time, this is a new platform or a game engine that is a UGC platform, so user-generated content is in the foreground of this. And what it does is it gives you, as you can see, access to a wide variety of assets that you can use to create almost any kind of space. And for this space I chose to go for a 3D or for a medieval kind of village. The whole thing is in 3D, so you have a 3D world to explore. And the idea was to use this as kind of a starting hub for branching of adventures, branching of spaces. So though it's similar to a medieval MMO vibe, it's not yet at this place because the platform is still in development and there is still a lot of content to come. Which is, yeah, kind of what I'm working with right now. So I'm working with the content that is there. As you can see, there's a lot of different stuff. I'm right now looking through the assets that are existing to just build up the general village, but you will see the component work in a little bit. So what else is there except for placing assets? You can also place, or you can also put components on these assets that make them move, that react to player input in some kind, and this helps even someone as me who doesn't really have experience with coding to actually make a really cool experience. So what Yahaha is all about is giving people without coding experience, access to making 3D content, which is and gaming content, which is a really cool thing, and which is one of the reasons I so enjoy using this platform. The other cool thing is that there is a lot of templates, so this isn't just a world that I created out of thin air. I used a template that is in the app that is available for everyone who uses it to just make their own content with. In this case I used a template called Suntail Village, and I redid the whole village with an asset that I enjoyed a bit more. As you can see, you can also just create natural environments. Right now this is in core some European or northern greeneries, but as I was told, there is content to come, and you can also shape and paint the terrain to your liking. So what I'm trying to go for right here is some kind of barren earth that is in there to make this look like a field, like a village with some fields. Put up some fences around the whole thing, so just that it looks yeah, just to give it more detail without overdoing this too much. There's also a few cuts in the video where I just either made a break in recording or where I just cut out some boring and really repetitive stuff like placing assets. There's a few different ways to do this. You can, like me, you can do this by hand, or you can use a duplicate array mode to just copy paste these. You will see this in the next space that I'm currently planning. There I will definitely, or I will most likely make use of the duplicate array tool. Yeah. What is this whole space about? As I said, I'm a huge MMO fan, and this is, I don't want to say an MMO because it's not, but it's one of my first steps to actually make a bigger and more complex more complex space that has a different kind of quests which we can do, which are possible in the engine, which has some kind of small time combat which is currently possible in the engine, and which has the option to actually transfer between spaces, which is a relatively new thing that is possible. But to not overload anyone's system with one big space, I decided to try this out and divide this into into two spaces right now, and I plan on actually increasing the number of this. As you can see, you can also just group and duplicate groups of assets, so there's a lot of utility in this, and this is actually not the finished version. I actually redid this whole thing so that you can actually walk into the fields and that they are move as you walk about. So yeah, this is the whole thing to do and to work with. It's really fun. It's really I recommend this to anyone who likes to look into making games, making 3D spaces. It's really simple. It's really really a good experience to work with. And for those of you who know my channel, this is something that I do for quite some time now, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to experience this more. There's a lot of interesting stuff in the current roadmap for the next for this month, so for September. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, it's looking really interesting, and there's always more components to come. There's always more stuff to try out. So it's really a cool experience for anyone who wants to look into fiddling into game design. Yeah. Right now I'm just about done with building the space, with building the world before I actually set up NPCs, set up monsters. So this is something that you will see in the next few bits, where I just go into the actual gameplay. You see at the top that I'm currently working in the terrain mode and the scene mode when I place assets. And the next interesting thing that we will check out is placing NPCs and getting some really basic stuff like dialogue, like quests done. Yeah, as you can see, the asset store is really big. You have a lot of content to work with, a lot of stuff to use. You can do modern content, you can do medieval content, classic fantasy, yeah, and there's a lot of stuff to do. Right now you can see that I'm working with the components, so basically you don't have to script anything. As I said, you can just use those components to add these to the asset that you want, like the NPC component, the quest component, which means you can in some way just interact with whatever you set up to I lost my idea. You can set this up to give quests to the player. These are currently not repeatable, but you can basically play the same space multiple times to repeat these quests if you so want. You can set up really simple dialogue, and this is what I'm doing right now. As you can see, I'm not really that deep into writing very interesting quests. Yeah, but this is basically how you set this all up. Just by setting up all these components and interact with each other. And you will see more of these components in the next few videos that I make, or in the next big video that I make about the next space, because I intend to make this less of an RPG map and more of an interactive action kind of space. So if you're interested in that, look forward to that. Yeah, this is the basics of this, and I'm not going to show you anything more. If you really want to play this, find out what this is about, play it. Come into the get the app and just try it out, I guess. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all okay. I hope nobody's sick, and that's about it for today. The space is actually finished and uploaded, so you can try this out whenever you feel like it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys around.